We are headed into the month of May, so let's get set for a great month ahead. In today's video, I am doing a little cleaning, planning my monthly calendars, and restocking a few items I like to keep in my freezer. Join me today as I get set for a successful month ahead. Thank you for taking the time and clicking on my video. I hope this gives you lots of homemaking motivation for a great month. I'm starting in my living room. I like to rotate the cushions on my couch, flip them over, move them in different spots so that my couch gets as even wear as possible. This couch we recently just got within the last year. We had our previous couch for almost 10 years and I did this with that couch as well, and it lasted such a long time and never had any issues whatsoever. So I highly recommend rotating your cushions if you are not. Next, I have a bunch of blankets that I need to wash. I am filming this on a Saturday. I don't typically do any laundry on a Saturday. I try my hardest to avoid it, but I do have time, and unfortunately there was a spill on some of these blankets, which is why I keep blankets on my couch all the time. Having a 2-year-old and a dog, you have to anticipate there's going to be some kind of spill or mess eventually. So let's get these blankets all nice and clean. Next, I'm quickly vacuuming. The rug here gets like a ton of dog hair and a little bit pilly, and it just like leaves little fuzzies on your pants. So I just needed to give it a quick vacuum, especially since my son is home and we were playing here. I wanted to make sure he had as clean as a space to play as possible. I do have to vacuum every single day. Do you have pets? Do you vacuum your house every single day? I'd love to know, because I know this can seem to be a tedious task, but so necessary, especially when you have dogs and kids. I am so thankful for these stick cordless vacuums. So if you do not have one, do yourself a favor and pick one up. It makes life so much easier. Next, I'm gonna spot clean my windows. Having a dog and 2-year-old, there's always little snout marks and fingerprints. So I just want to go around and do a little bit of spot cleaning on these to remove all of those spots. I am going to point them out as I go. Hopefully you can see them on the camera. I do like to do this especially on a monthly basis, but pretty often since we do have a 2-year-old and a dog and they love to look out the window. These windows here look over our driveway, so anytime someone comes over or we get a package in the mail, and the delivery person's here, they are both at the window watching to see what's going on.
Look at all this from this little snout. From this little snout, huh? Did you do that? Did you do that? No, it wasn't you. It wasn't you who made the mess. I'm gonna clean it up. Hey, watch out.
This is our dog Millie. She is 3 years old and a rescue dog that we got from a dog orphanage in our area. She has been such a fantastic dog and we have been enjoying her so much. Give this video a thumbs up to say hi to Millie. I'm just cleaning the sliding door here. They are always both at this door constantly, and she is sitting here hoping that I'm going to let her outside. As you do your monthly cleaning, just look around your house and see things that need to be cleaned. Right now, I am in the midst of my spring cleaning, so my house is in really good shape. There's nothing that I need to tackle for deep cleaning. That is usually what I do on a monthly cleaning basis, is pick something that I need to deep clean and I know is going to take me a little bit more time than normal. Since I am spring cleaning, I don't really have anything, so I'm gonna just do a kind of spot cleaning type of thing for this month's monthly cleaning. into May. May is one of the most wonderful months. The flowers start to bloom. The allergies are also out, so that's kind of the most frustrating part of the month, but that's okay. We can handle that for a little bit as we watch all the trees turn green, the flowers come out blooming. It is a really great month, and I know for my family, we are really looking forward to all the outdoors time that we get to have. We have a really nice backyard. We did just have a black bear walk through a couple days ago, so that was a little terrifying. But I looked up about them and they said as long as you make a lot of noise, they don't usually come around people very often. So we won't be putting out any bird seed since he is around. It was pretty cool to see. I have never seen a brown or black bear, or any kind of bear outside of a zoo. I honestly thought it was my dog. I have a black lab. I thought it was her and I didn't remember putting her out, and then I looked again and was like, oh my gosh, it is actually a bear. And then our neighbors, they weren't home, but they caught it on their ring that the bear was walking by. They do have like a river marsh type thing in the back of their house, so it makes sense that there would be a bear there. But for it to come all the way up to our house, I'm not really sure why, but it did. So that was the most exciting thing that happened at our house this week, was we got to see a bear kind of up close and personal. It didn't stay very long. It literally just walked by through our backyard and into our woods. There are a lot of neighbors over there, so I'm not exactly sure what they did or where he went. So we are going to be cautious a little bit and make sure we're extra aware of if he does decide to come back. But for the month of May, we really are hoping that we get to get a lot of time outside in the beautiful weather. We're hoping for lots of sunny days and nice temperatures so we can be outside as much as possible. We do have to work on figuring out like a situation for like a swing set or a slide or some other things for my son to play with while he's out there. It is pretty bare. Our backyard is like a bare canvas at this point, so we have lots of opportunity to get some things out there for him, a sandbox, maybe some bikes and things that he can do outside and enjoy playing, because why not? It's the most fun thing to do as a kid, is to get out in the fresh air and play. So we are really looking forward to that for the month of May. So in all my monthly resets, I always do a portion where I show you my plan for the month and how I do my plan. I usually end with cleaning, but for this one, I figured I'd start with cleaning because I had a bunch of things I wanted to get done kind of as quickly as possible. I'm filming this on a Saturday morning, and I wanted to get all these things done so that we can get outside and enjoy this beautiful day that we have for us today. So as my son is taking his nap, I'm gonna do my plan. And then after I plan, I usually do some sort of decluttering. I don't have anything that I need to declutter right now because I have done those things over the last few months, and we're at a pretty good place where my son's not getting, like, it wasn't Christmas or his birthday, so he isn't getting a lot of new things. We haven't gotten any hand-me-downs for me to go through, but if we do, that's kind of stuff that I like to include as well. We're going through my own closet, going through any clothes that I know for sure I'm no longer wearing, or I just need to clean it up a little bit. I'll do that as well. So if you do need to declutter, things to think about: your closet, your kids' closet, your kids' toys. And then, like, if you haven't gone through your kitchen, maybe there's cabinets you haven't gotten into and you need to declutter. Maybe you need to declutter your pantry. You haven't gotten into that in a while. Just some things to think about in thinking about a monthly reset. Where can you declutter in your house for the month of May? Let's get into the calendars. So the first calendar I always recommend you get is like a desk calendar, someplace where you can write everything down. I have this one, it's just from Walmart. They have lots of different colors, whichever one you like. It shows the entire month, so I can write down everything I have planned for the month and not forget anything that I need to get done. I put my video schedule on here too for the upcoming month, so that I always know what I need to be filming, what I'm gonna be posting, that kind of thing, as that's an ongoing process. And I'm also going to include my workout routine. I'm really trying hard to stick to a routine, because once you get started, it's so much easier to go. And if you have it written down and a plan for the day ahead, it's gonna just be that much easier to make sure that you're actually getting it done. I find the hardest part is getting started. Once you get started though and get into the routine, it's just gonna get easier and easier. I've been pretty consistent with working out since probably the end of February, March. April went pretty well, and I'm hoping May will go even better. I do feel like some days I kind of fell off track or made excuses for myself to not get it done when I should have. So May, I'm gonna really try my hardest to make sure that I get done my workout, because it is so important. And the best part about working out for me is the night sleep that I get. I get such better sleep when I am physically active throughout the day, getting a really good workout. Even if you want to go for a walk now that the weather's nice, do that. I'm sure you're gonna sleep so much better and feel so much better about yourself. That's the whole point in getting exercise, is just making your body move, feeling better. If you're hoping to lose some weight, that's great too, but sometimes making that a goal, I feel like sometimes kind of hinders you, because the scale and the number, it really shouldn't move that much week after week. It's really a lot healthier for you to lose a pound or 2 per week, and that could be really frustrating. So try to think of other things that can motivate you to work out rather than losing weight, maybe like toning up areas that you don't like on yourself, but also think about how it makes you feel. I feel like that is really a much bigger motivator than trying to lose weight or watching the scale, that kind of thing. Try to notice for yourself how working out and getting in some exercise really makes you feel. And for me, I notice a huge difference in the quality of my sleep. So that's what I'll do with this calendar. Here's the month of May. Mother's Day is this month too, so I'm sure we'll have something fun planned for that. But Tuesdays and Fridays are my video schedule, so I'll put those all there, and then whatever else I need to, I'll put on this calendar. Then the other calendar that I always work on, I just have like this generic binder. I print out each month of the year, just pretty generic, basic calendar, and I fill in for the entire month. We love doing this. This really helps us to not get bogged down on what we're gonna eat throughout the week, or saying the day before, oh, what are we gonna have for dinner tomorrow? It helps us with our groceries as well, in being able to kind of figure out what we need for the month, and helps with our budget for our groceries as well. As we all know, groceries are very expensive these days, so we really try to be cognizant of that. So I print out the month, and then on the back, I always do like a brain dump, which I already started because I don't know, I found some things on Pinterest that I thought would be interesting to make, and we're kind of like doing the same things, I feel like, so sometimes it's nice to change it up. I also had it on my calendar. I was hoping my husband would add some ideas on here, as he's been really wanting to change things up, but he didn't add any ideas, so I'll just make the calendar for now, and then if he wants to switch something up throughout the week, I do make it pretty flexible. So the way that I do this is Monday is usually a meatless Monday, Tuesday is usually like a taco type Tuesday, so we'll do tacos. We'll switch it up too. We'll do like ground beef tacos, buffalo meat tacos, chicken tacos, that kind of thing. Or you could do quesadilla. And then Wednesdays I try to do like a bigger type of thing. So if you want to do like a pasta dinner or a crock pot dinner or something like that, maybe a shepherd's pie, something that's gonna make like a little bit more, then you can have Thursday and Friday to eat those leftovers, which I like to do leftovers for lunch. That's just one of the easiest things for me. Thursdays we do as a leftover day, or like I have some things in the freezer. So like last week we did crispy chicken sandwiches. They were just frozen patties that I cooked in the air fryer, and then we do toppings and put them on a bun. It was delicious, just like getting something from Wendy's or something like that. Sometimes it's nice to switch it up, do little easy things like that. Friday for us is always a pizza Friday. Either we order out from our local pizza shop, or a lot of times we like to make calzones. Saturdays and Sundays we always leave open because our schedules are always different. Those are just some ideas, and then I will take the recipes that I brain dumped on here, add them to each day, and we'll have our whole plan done for the entire month and not have to stress out about what we're gonna eat for the month. I hope that's super helpful for you. Hopefully you can start doing that for yourself, to just take that burden and stress of what you're gonna have for dinner every single night. So now, since I don't have any decluttering to do, I do actually have some prep that I need to do in my fridge, so I'll show you that as what I do like on a monthly basis. And then I think I'm gonna switch around some of our spring decor. We do have some of our St. Patrick's Day stuff out, which I didn't even think about until just this morning. I was like, oh wow, I probably should put that away and bring out some other spring things. So let's switch up that stuff together. I'm just quickly switching over the blankets. I did have 2 loads of blankets that I needed to get washed. Now I'm preheating the oven to bake this butternut squash. On a monthly basis, I like to bake a butternut squash so then I can blend it all up, get it in a cube ice tray type of thing, and put it in the freezer so then I have cubes of vegetables that I can throw in my toddler's meals. So then I can sneak in an extra vegetable and allow my little mama heart to feel good that he's getting nutrients that he needs. Basis, we always get a large packet of chicken breasts. This has 5 breasts in the packet, and then I divide them up. I always cut them in half, clean them up a little bit, and then I put them in these quart size bags, and I date them just in case for some reason we don't use one during the month. Then I know exactly when I put it in there if it's gonna go too bad. I'm pretty sure chicken lasts in the freezer for 6 months or so. But usually we'll use this all up throughout the month. So then through my monthly plan, once we get to that week, I'll look at what we have coming up, make my grocery list for the week, and then I'll pull out whatever meat I need to from the freezer. So then every week, when my husband usually goes to the grocery store, he doesn't have to purchase meat. Very often, we usually just do it once a month. Him and I are the only ones in our house that eat meat at this point. My son is 2. He does not really prefer meat. He likes other things right now, but I'm sure eventually he'll start enjoying chicken with us too, so we'll have to change up what we do. But for now, this is what works for us, so hopefully this is helpful for you. Now I'm going to just prep all the chicken, get it ready to put in the freezer. Like I said, I'm gonna just divide all this up. I slice the chicken breasts in half and then put them in these baggies, and I'll put them in the freezer so then we'll have them. This does last us the month. Like I said, there's only 2 of us. So if your family is larger, you may have to do a little bit more or a different variation of this. I just hope that this gives you some kind of idea of things you can do to prep for the month ahead. Chicken has been so strange of a meat for me. When I was pregnant, I had a really hard time with it. I couldn't eat it at all. It just made me feel like instantly sick. I was able to eat chicken noodle soup, which is so funny because I'm not really a big soup person, but during my pregnancy, being pregnant with a boy, I really wanted everything that was salty, and chicken noodle soup, I ended up putting tortellini in, and it just like satisfied that craving for me. But I found that a lot of times I wasn't really eating the chicken. I was kind of pushing that to the side or not taking any out of the pan to put in my own bowl because I just had a really hard time consuming it. After having my son, it took me a while to be able to get back to eating chicken, and now I find sometimes I'm okay with chicken and other times it just, I don't know, I just don't feel very good with it. It just makes my stomach kind of feel upset, but it just depends how it's cooked or the day, I guess. I'm not really sure. I haven't kind of figured out exactly what it is, but chicken's kind of a hit or miss thing for me, so we don't have it very often, but more like once a week. Is there anything for you during your pregnancy or after your pregnancy that you had a really hard time consuming? And did that last a long time? I felt like for me it did last quite a long time. I'm now with a 2-year-old son and I still feel like I have some issues. Hormones are just a very interesting thing for us women to deal with. Leave a comment down below letting me know what your experience was. I am just very interested in it and love to hear how everybody is doing even 2 years postpartum. I'm writing the dates of the day that I'm packaging this up with a Sharpie, and then I will put these in the freezer. I'm just switching out some of the spring decor. I had these green and a few St. Patty's things out still. As we're heading into the month of May, it's definitely overdue time for me to put those away and get out some other spring things. So I'm just switching out the hand towels. These I've had for a number of years. They are from Marshall's. I'm sure they have some sort of variation of these. I absolutely love them. I think they are so cute and perfect for spring. The other place I have some St. Patrick's Day stuff still in is our half bath here. This sign. Everything else can stay, but probably just that sign needs to come out. So I'll just do some rearranging in here. It's always so hard to film in here because it's just such a small little room. But let's switch that out. The butternut squash has baked. I allowed it to cool and I took it out of the skin and put it in my blender. I'm adding a little bit of water. I just find it helps the butternut squash blend up much smoother, and then I'm going to add it to the tray to add to the freezer. My son always gets very excited when he hears the blender going off. I make him some sort of smoothie every single day, and he really does enjoy them. I can put basically anything in a smoothie and he'll drink the whole thing. And like you can see here, he always comes out whenever he hears the sound that he is so excited and thinks that I'm making him a smoothie, which I did make him after I finished with the butternut squash. I always in all the vegetables I can, always add in spinach or kale, a banana to sweeten it up for him. Anything really he will have in a smoothie, and it's a great way for me to especially get his greens in, as he doesn't eat anything off of his plate that is green. It's not even allowed to sit on his plate. He's just at that age where it comes off immediately. So I just sneak it all in a smoothie, and he enjoys them every single day. So if you're looking for something for your toddler to help with consuming their vegetables, I highly recommend a smoothie, and also doing these little freezer cubes of vegetables to sneak into their foods. These silicone ice cube trays came in a pack of 3, and I got them from Amazon. I'm going to close out this video by getting these in the freezer. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch. I hope you got lots of motivation from this video. Homemaking motivation, planning, cleaning, and you leave here feeling like you've been just hanging out with a friend. Please subscribe if you have not yet. I post new videos every Tuesday and Friday.